The Brexit Museum has been launched. The Ramonas are not too happy, and the whole point is to fight the European Union's propaganda. Now, when the idea of this Brexit Museum came about a while ago, a couple of years ago, even I thought, okay, this will be interesting. Maybe it's just about novelty, but what is the point? Then I realized, oh, it's actually very important because the issue we've had with the establishment over the last few decades, whether it's the European Union or the BBC or the NHS and all the others, is that they have massive budgets for public relations. And they got all these PR officers and comms officers and advisors, media advisors, who've been very good at briefing the papers and the media every single day to promote themselves. Now, this Brexit Museum that has now been launched is quite interesting because the whole point of it is to fight the European Union's PR budget of 2.5 billion euros. Yeah, you heard that right. 2.5 billion euros. I mean, the number is mental, absolutely insane. And the whole point of that, with that budget, they were able for years to be able to infiltrate all our cultures and to have all these activists and campaigners and buyout presenters and politicians to say nice things about Brussels. It's time to fight back. We always struggled. In fact, I am extremely impressed how this country managed to get that referendum in the first place, thanks to people like Nigel Farage and UKIP, and then win the vote. Because we had nothing on our side. We didn't have the same funding, we didn't have the same resources, we didn't have the same backing as the establishment did. But we did, somehow, manage to just about win that one. But since then, we became complacent again. A lot of us assumed, well, this is it. Then we voted to leave and we're going to leave tomorrow. Then we realized, oh, still going to take a few years. Then we were like, okay, it's happening. Let's chill. Then you had Parliament and everybody in the establishment trying to stop it. Then we eventually left. And we're like, okay, thank God, we can celebrate. Now we left. And then we realized, oh, there's a transition period. Then we didn't do anything about it. And then we said, well, that's finished. Good. Now we realize we still got EU laws in our statute book. And then we said, okay, we can actually fight to remove them. Until yesterday, when we were told by our government that we are not going to remove them. So I think we need things like the Brexit Museum and much more on the grassroots level. So many in Brussels have been obviously using this budget to attack the rest of us. Now, one of the better known is the House of European History, comprising of expansive 4,800 square meters across several floors with 53 staff and upwards of 56 million euros in setup costs. MEPs are also behind another site, the tech-savvy Parliamentarium, costing a reported 21 million euros. It's 5,400 square meters, explain to visitors how the European Parliament works, bigging up the importance of the institution and entirely coincidentally reinforcing its claims for more responsibilities within the EU power structure. Wow, so much money. Now the Brexit Museum on the website, it says, what is the Museum of Brexit for? It says, well, a public-facing museum that displays items and tells us the story to inform and educate people. A library of an archive collection to ensure academics have easy access to a comprehensive catalogue of material to facilitate research, but also assist with academic balance. And thirdly, an outreach point for those seeking informed but apolitical support on matters relating to Brexit, especially within the EU itself. So it's a very important cause, but the issue is not many people have actually heard of the Brexit Museum because the mainstream media have not been talking about any of this. Like, they're not even discussing any of it because they are scared of promoting things like the Brexit Museum because it will tell the truth about what's been going on for decades in our country and in the rest of Europe as a continent. Well, we will talk about it, we will promote it, and we will tell the truth. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to come back in half an hour, and guess what we're going to talk about in half an hour? Yeah, unsurprisingly, we're going to discuss Justin Welby, the unelected member of the House of Lords and the Archbishop of Canterbury. Justin Welby has decided to once again make another intervention in our political affairs and tell us what we should do when it comes to border control. His solution is not to have border control. I'm Mahyar, Tousi, and we are the media.